Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Yeah. Do we own it? Yeah. We even in the studio.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Browns going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Browns are going to have a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Kessler. Caught left side, it's Barnage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bortles was accident-prone last year, led the league with 18 picks and an early pick here.
And you know he spent a lot of time in the offseason working on this, thinking about it. It's not that he's not going to throw any. They just hope that that number gets cut down significantly.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And now the starting lineup for the offense. And Julius Thomas highlighted, my friend.
Brandon, he's one of the latest in a long line of basketball players turned football players who have had great success. And he uses those basketball skills to get open in his pass routes.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So that last play called back after the penalty, 2nd and long here. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Bortles will keep it. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Fresh set of downs here. On the counter, it's Yeldon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a line.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a pickup of 21, and the Jags are going to have a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Kaishan Jarrett makes the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Here we go now.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Austin's got it left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Bortles completes it to Austin. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing is Bortles. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On second down, here's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They come out here in the eye. They come out with one back, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Blake Bortles taking it in. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen, because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. They run again with Jackson. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A 1st down throw for Kessler. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Kessler. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd, Kessler. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 4.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Bortles now on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bortles to throw on second down. He's got time. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On third down, Yeldon. And they'll bring him down at the 20. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan. Been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses, and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're going to speed things up here.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch number 5, number 5, watch number 5. Brave, blue 45.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. That is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. From the gun on third down, Kessler. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, Kessler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second and 10. Here's Kessler again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that is incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. Now fourth down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. On first and 10, here's Bortles. He finds Robinson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter. On second down, here's Yeldon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on fourth and inches. They come out here in the eye. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on fourth and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Bortles will give to Yeldon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hopkins, the one receiver right. In motion right is Austin. And the play clock's running down. On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Kessler will try again on second down. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnage, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Now let's go.
Kessler again here on 2nd and 10. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Kessler forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Bortles going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
On third and long, it's Bortles finding time. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Now let's go.
On play action, it's Kessler. Time for a break. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Slow. Here we go. 58, Mike, 58.
Again, it's Yeldon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll try and run this with Austin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. Surveying the field. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.